Hi, hello, welcome back to Ron's Whisky World. Today we're going to do a different video. We're going to do something about nosing and tasting. I invited some friends on the table, and then Carl, I'm going to introduce you over there. Hello, we're here on the table. This is Carl. This is Pete, you all know that from the other videos, and this is Gert. Carl is going to show us how to do the nosing and tasting, because he knows everything about whiskies, especially nosing and tasting. Right, you had a question for Carl? Let's go ahead.
Carl. Hi, Kurt. Could you please explain the difference between those two glasses?
Okay, Kurt. The thing is, this is a traditional tumbler. If you pour a dram in here, it will be a bit, well, it won't be difficult to nose, but the aromas won't fill up too much. If you got it in here, it's a tulip type of glass, the aromas will come out far better in this. This is good for drinking well, Scotch on the rocks with ice cubes or with soda, just swallow it down. And this is actually, well, really for nosing the whiskey. So it's more about nosing than tasting. This is actually for the nosing. So that's the difference between these two glasses.
Okay, I already hoped that you wanted that glass for nosing and tasting, so I poured up 2 drams. And they're completely different. Can you tell us something, why are they different, and what does it say about the whiskey?
Assuming they're not coloured by caramel, well, this one is definitely not. But I know as a fact this one has been matured in a bourbon barrel, which doesn't give that much colour away. Well, it could be, but this one has definitely been filled in a sherry cask, which will always impart well, colour from the sherry which it contained previously. If you had this most probably first fill sherry. If you had a refill sherry cask, it will give less colour.
Oh, that's it. Sometimes I hear them talking about first fill and refill.
Yes, a refill sherry cask will give much less colour.
Oh, that's different.
Yes.
And if I see them, well, we had it about it, Pete, didn't we? They swirl the glass.
Yeah.
And they see something they call the legs, the tears. What do they mean about that?
The legs is more about the viscosity, so that's the thickness of the whiskey. It's about if you got more alcohol in it, it will give more legs. If it's more thicker condenser, so sweeter, it will give more legs. So it's more about the texture of the whiskey, the legs. So
okay,
more
that's
thickness, more legs, or I mean.
Okay, and is there a difference between the legs, more legs or less legs, if you've got a bourbon cask or a sherry?
That's difficult to say. It could be that if you have a very sweet sherry whiskey, that it could contain more legs, but that's too difficult to.
Okay.
No.
And about the color, I see them. This one is very light, and this one is dark. Does it mean this one is more sweet than this one? Or?
No, not at all. No. The color I just explained is the impart from the wood or what previously was contained in the wood. Okay. So new wood will give more color, and what it previously contained. Say dark sherry, wine, whatever, wine could give a reddish taste, because there's color, because there's always some particles left in the wood, plenty.
Okay. And now we have a bourbon cask.
Yes.
And a sherry cask.
Yes.
If you take a rum wood, is it different in color?
Rum wood, you've got different types of rum, of course. You've got light rum, dark rum.
Yeah.
So that's
Is it in between, or is it totally different? Do we see?
Well,
change, or?
Rum wood would normally give kind of this color.
Okay.
Yes, with they say a greenish tinge, but that's Well, I don't actually know if that's true. It, yes, would give a lighter color.
Okay.
Okay, and about the nosing, if you start nosing, do you need water in it, or do you start nosing just
You
like
can,
that?
if you pour a bit of water in, you would get more aroma. That's true.
Yeah.
But I think it's at expense of tasting. If you pour water in, it will always be thinner. So I don't add water myself, but that's up to you. So if you can pour in a drop, just a drop, and it will give you more. Well, it will react with the whiskey, and it will bring up the aroma.
Okay.